The following program is produced by Project Bait and does not reflect the views of this station.
This is Mark Wells, and this is the Brazil Report for My People. On this edition of For My People, I wanted to spend a little time talking about some of the influence of African Americans in the African diaspora. Today, we live in an increasingly globalized world in which news, images, and information can be spread throughout the world in a matter of minutes, if not seconds. As such, I think it's important that we become conscious of how we are seen throughout the world, and how certain images affect the way we are perceived and subsequently treated, not only in America, but around the world. Being the most widely recognized group of African descendants in the world, African Americans in particular play a major role in the globalized perception of all African descendants. This week, I will concentrate on how Black Brazilians perceive the influence of the election of President Barack Obama. We all remember the celebrations and state of euphoria in African American communities when Obama won the presidency in November 2008. But what did this victory mean for Afro-Brazilians? Netinho de Paula is a well-known entertainer, television host, businessman, and city councilman in the city of São Paulo, the 6th largest city in the world. De Paula now has his 2010 sights set on the Brazilian Senate, where only 2 of Brazil's 81 senators are Black. According to de Paula, after Obama's victory, the Brazilian Senate could no longer ignore the proposed statute of racial equality sponsored by Senator Paulo Paim, one of Brazil's 2 Black senators.
There was an influence. There's several different impacts. Number one, at the time that the results of the election were released, the Brazilian House of Representatives probably felt ashamed for having voted down the Bill of Racial Equality proposed by Senator Paulo Paim. And that, as soon as that happened, you could see the influence it made on the representatives. It stirred them up, and that started this feeling of, we got to get this thing off the floor and bring it to a vote.
Historically, Brazilian lawmakers and elites have ignored cries of institutional racism and downplayed its role in Brazilian society. Since many Brazilians see the United States as the true racist country, the election of an African American to the highest office in the United States makes some people wonder when Brazil will rise to such heights. Paula Lima is a representative of the Brazilian Black popular music movement, whose style mixes Brazilian rhythms like samba and bossa nova with elements of American soul and funk music.
Meu Deus do céu, como eu disse, é orgulho. Eu acho que o que mais representou é que a gente não tem que acreditar.
It's pride. I think what it most represented was that we don't have to take no for an answer. We don't have to believe that at some point we cannot do something. I think that with a lot of effort, a lot of intelligence, a lot of knowledge, and a lot of hard work, and making people see you beyond the color of your skin, you can do anything.
Benedita da Silva is a politician who rose from poor, shantytown beginnings to become the first female senator in Brazil in 1994. In 2002, she became the first woman in Brazil's history to serve as the governor of a state. These accomplishments are even more noteworthy considering she received her high school diploma at the age of 40.
Todos nós brasileiros estamos exultantes com os resultados da eleição.
All of us Brazilians are excited about the results of the American election, and Barack Obama represents for us the dream of Martin Luther King. There was a dream not only for the Americans, but also for a better Brazil and a better world. And we are part of that dream.
A eleição traz grandes esperanças de mudanças nos Estados Unidos e nas relações que os Estados Unidos têm com os outros.
It brings great hope for the United States and relationships that the United States has with other countries. And us, Afro-Brazilians, are together because this dream was a dream we dreamt together, where Brazilians and Americans gave Obama the great responsibility of becoming our reference.
Maria Ceiça is a veteran actress and has numerous television and film credits in her resume.
Quero fazer brinde, especialmente aos pais.
A eleição do Barack Obama é um exemplo para o Brasil, né? Nós estamos sempre atrasados, atrás dos Estados Unidos. Eu acho que esse
It's an example because Brazil is always tagging behind the United States. I think the election of Barack Obama is going to accelerate our actions in Brazil, especially affirmative action. Not necessarily in the artistic field, because there we have been winning battles for the self-affirmation and self-esteem of Black Brazilians. But in the institutional field, I believe we are going to start having concrete actions after the election of Barack Obama.
Affirmative action policies and the implementation of quotas have been one of the most controversial issues in the Brazilian society over the past 5 years. The Movimento Negro, or the Black Brazilian Civil Rights Movement, has looked to the history of the American Civil Rights Movement as a point of reference in which to model their own struggle for equality. Thus, the victory of Barack Obama is seen as a source of pride and inspiration, not only for Black Americans, but Black Brazilians and other African descendants as well. In 2004, rapper Jay-Z alerted us in his film that the streets is watching. Well, that needs to be modified because, in reality, the world is watching. This is Mark Wells, and this has been the Brazil Report for My People.
Hi, springtime is home improvement time, and I'm here from All Home Improvement to solve your repair needs. For an estimate, call area code 313-896-3603. Again, area code 313-896-3603.
There are 3 basic necessities every business needs: a business plan, a bookkeeper, and a website. Call Project BAIT for all 3. Call 313-871-3333. That's 313-871-3333.
When I'm riding the D-Dot buses or going through the halls of the Detroit Public Library, people frequently walk up to me and give me their feedback about For My People. But if you don't see me or some of our other hosts on the streets, you can still send us your feedback. Send it to projectbait@att.net. That's projectbait@att.net.
Little Rock Baptist Church is the going church for the coming Christ. You want to find out more about services which are held every Sunday at 11 a.m.? Call 313-872-2900.
Hello, I am Heather Johnson, and I am a media intern for Project BAIT. I also co-host Business in the Black and work with For My People. We're going to be holding so many huge events, working with people, and continuing to work with businesses that are Black-owned businesses, trying to get their message out to the community. We also want to highlight businesses. We want to highlight people. We want to help the African-American community and make sure that they always have a presence in media. Project BAIT stands for Business and Black Awareness in Television. We are so happy here at Project BAIT that you're watching us, and we appreciate you. We are looking for other media interns. If you want to be like me or work with the wonderful David Rambeau, feel free to work with us here or contact us at Project BAIT or this station.
The preceding program was produced by Project BAIT and does not reflect the views of this station.